Okay, we're going to call the July 9th, 2024 meeting to order. Start with the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. A moment of silence to remember the service and sacrifices of the armed service members who protect our nation and the first responders who protect their neighborhoods. Councilman Sackett, I know that you have some addition.
And I have one too.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to read a quick eulogy. On June 18th, 2024, Doug Remain had passed away. He was 80 years old. He was in Morris County's public life for 50 years. Mr. Remain's career in local politics is the stuff of a local legend. In 1973, he was elected to the office of Morris County Freeholder, now called County Commissioner, at just 30 years old. He remains the only Democrat ever to hold that title. A long-serving member of the Morris County Democratic Committee, Doug was a stalwart Democrat in the landscape of Rockaway Township. He served as municipal chair of Rockaway Township for 17 years. He also served on the Rockaway Township Planning Board until his retirement in 2023. Even after his retirement, Doug remained an enthusiastic specter and supporter of Rockaway Township and everyone here. So I just wanted to let everyone know. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Council President. I just want to add a name in this moment of silence for former Councilwoman Helen O'Connor. If you go back to the early 90s, late 80s, I shared the dais with Helen, and it was an honor working with her up here. And a couple of weeks ago, the Lord took her. So I'd like to add her.
Okay, moment of silence. Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander?
Here.
Councilwoman Noon? Here. Councilman Brooks?
Here.
Councilman Sackett?
Here.
Councilwoman Brooks? Here. Councilman Quinn?
Here.
Councilman Wojtovich?
Here.
Council Vice President Salberg?
Here.
Council President Morrison?
Here. Just on a side note, to get rid of any confusion, for personal reasons, I have changed my last name. So my last name is Morrison. If anybody has any questions, I can talk to you later. No vote on that, Manny, thank you. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided to the Daily Record and the Star Ledger, the official newspapers for the Township of Rockaway. Notice was posted on the official bulletin boards of Rockaway Township, Township website, and notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk. Moving on to the approval of minutes for the June 11th Township Council regular meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Thank you.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Abstain.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich?
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg?
Yes.
Council President Morrison?
Yes, that's 8 yeses, 1 abstention. Motion passes. We are taking agenda item 7 off the agenda for tonight, the Rio Tinto presentation, the Howmet environmental cleanup. They will be giving a presentation at the next meeting. Moving on to the open to the public portion. I will call your name from the sheet. When I call your name, please come up, state your name and address for the record, and as a reminder, we will keep comments to 3 minutes. Deb Landrick Larson?
She left.
She left. Dawn Green?
She left with it.
Okay. Is there anybody who wishes to speak that did not fill out the sheet? Okay. Ordinances for introduction. O 2415, an ordinance amending the salaries of certain officials and employees of the Township of Rockaway in the County of Morris. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich.
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
Council President Morrison.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion passes. Ordinances for public hearing and final adoption. O 24-12, an ordinance supplementing Chapter 1, Section 5.1 of the Rockaway Township General Ordinances establishing a local supplemental violations bureau schedule pursuant to NJ Court Rule R 712-4, applicable to the collection of fines and court costs via the operation of the Rockaway Township Municipal Court. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Is there anybody from the public that wishes to speak on this ordinance? Any council discussion? Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich.
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
Council President Morrison.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion passes. Ordinance O 24-13, an ordinance supplementing Chapter 7 entitled Traffic to add Article 3, Section 100. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Is there anybody from the public that wishes to speak on this ordinance? Any council discussion? Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich.
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
Council President Morrison.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion passes. Consent agenda, I am removing item R-24-130. We are going to be starting a new search for another clerk. The clerk that we had anticipated on will not be joining us. R-24-119, R-24-120, R-24-121, R-24-122, R-24-123, R-24-124, R-24-125, R-24-126, R-24-127, R-24-128, R-24-129, R-24-131, R-24-132, and R-24-133. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich.
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
Council President Morrison.
Yes, it's 9 yeses, motion passes. Moving on to appointments. Juan Gonzalez, Fire Company 2, full membership. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich.
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
Council President Morrison.
Yes. It's 9 yeses, congratulations. I am going to push personal reports up now. We do have a closed session on the agenda, so we will do the closed session after reports. Start with Councilman Freelander.
Thank you, Council President. Quick ones, the Environmental Committee chose to, since it's been pretty quiet in town, to have the next meeting in September, so the summer meetings were canceled. Library Board met, and all the summer programs are doing good, and they plan on we're looking into changing the bathrooms in the buildings, which are well needed. I'll keep you posted on that. As far as the Substance Abuse Alliance, I mentioned at the last meeting, all 4 stages were very successful this year. And Les met with the Morris Hills Regional boss man, what's his name? I have it right here. Nick Nocia. He saw the programs that we're running, and they're interested in bringing it into the high school. So the next meeting is trying to set up some guest speakers like we do in Copeland. So that's positive that they see what this group is doing in town, and it's growing, and it's important. And that's it. Thank you.
Councilwoman New?
Yes, just two quick things. I did go to the presentation for the Howmet Environmental last month. It was very interesting, but I'll leave that till next month because they did have a lot of good information. And the only other thing I want to kind of straighten out is the parking on Mount Prospect. There were some issues with the ticketing, and I just wanted to make sure. I think it's gotten straightened out, but I just wanted to double check.
It is.
That's good? All right, thank you.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Thank you. I just want to thank the administration, the police department, the rec department. There's been a lot of, it's been hot, I know, a lot of after-hour swimmers. I know there was an incident where a swimmer, fortunately, thanks to one of our officers who went on in there and got him out. And then even last night, they had come up. You know, I think what people really need to understand, specifically also with the boating ordinance, that these rules are in place to keep people safe. I just saw an article this morning that another person on a paddleboard drowned in one of the lakes because they weren't wearing a proper life vest. So I really think specifically, again, I do want to thank the police department, most importantly, because they really have been awesome about going up there, and I want the community to know it's about safety. It's not about being mean, it's not about taking away any fun, it's about being safe. And I think they also forget when we have an officer who has to go in the water in his uniform to help save someone, that also puts that officer at risk. So, again, thank you so much to the police department, the administration, everyone for cracking down. And I would like to add that maybe the boat ordinance should also be possibly relooked at, because I do think the accessibility to watercrafts of any sort, getting them, transporting them, people aren't necessarily taking the safety precautions they should, and going out in a Mount Hope pond and, not wearing a life vest or having, I saw 2 kids on one together the other day. So I really think maybe we can look at that again and tweak some verbiage to ensure that, everyone's doing the right thing and being safe. That's it, thank you.
Do we offer any boating safety courses like kayaks and things like that? Does anybody, who would that even fall under?
There's no one certified to do that currently, no. We don't have anyone certified to offer that class.
All right, maybe just something we could look into, see what it takes to get certified for that.
Council President,
Yes.
there is an organization called the U.S. Power Squadron and also the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary. They offer courses all over the place. And anybody can access those websites, find out where the next courses are. They're very inexpensive, and if you want, they can lead to, they end with a simple test. It will give someone the license that you need now in New Jersey to operate a power boat. But they're very good courses. They cover boating safety, the whole 9 yards. And so it's either U.S. Power Squadron or the Coast Guard Auxiliary.
Thanks. I wonder even if we would just put that on our site and link to it. It can't hurt if it saves one person, it's worth it.
Very inexpensive.
Okay. Councilman Quinn?
Thank you. As Councilwoman Brooks brought up, baby, it's been hot out there, and the fall sports are getting ready to start. And I want to thank personally all of the coaches, the family members, and the people that put this program together for these kids. because it takes a lot of work. We all have done this here up on this dais somewhere along the line, and we know what it is. So all these volunteers, we really appreciate it. In fact, please, if you have time, do volunteer to give some time into these programs because it only benefits the kids. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see, what else? There was no citizen rec meeting again. They were on hiatus because of the summer, and we'll start up again in the spring. In September, sorry. Other than that, everybody please stay cool. Try to keep cool in this heat wave. Thank you.
Councilman Sackett.
Thank you, Council President. Just want to piggyback off Councilwoman Brooks with the safety. Driving around town, I see a lot of these younger teenagers riding around their bikes all over the place, no helmets, constantly. And Councilman Brooks knows a while back, we knew someone who had not worn a helmet and lost their life. So please, parents that are watching, anyone, have your teenagers, it's the younger guys, the 12, 13, 14-year-olds, I see them all over the place. I saw a ton of them today. Wear your helmets. I know it's hot. Wear your helmets. Thank you.
Councilman Brooks.
Thank you, Council President. Two things. One, it's a good day for me because we start summer ice hockey today, so it's going to be great to be out in the rink and it's nice and cold. So, the second thing I do want to also mention what Councilwoman Brooks brought up about the boat safety. I would definitely like to look into that ordinance because originally it was supposed to be people getting permission to get on those and getting tags, and I don't think that's happening. So I think that needs to be brought up. So that's it.
Councilman Vodovich.
I have nothing to report.
Council Vice President.
Thank you, Council President. Yes, two things. Been quiet on the county commissioner's side, but tomorrow night they will be voting on Resolution 2024-606, which is increasing the contract up to $2.3 million for milling and resurfacing Lower Green Pond. So hopefully we'll start seeing some activity on that side. Also, the Open Space Trust Fund, we're going to be meeting on September 4th. We're going to be reviewing 11 applications, which is actually quite a few, and we're going to begin our visits on September 28th. So again, I believe that Rockaway Township does have an application in, so we'll see how everything goes.
$400,000. That's what they're,
$400,000.
$400,000 for the next phase on the Ford Face House. It's before the county, the next month.
Well, it's $10 million at stake, so we'll be reviewing everything. Right, thank you.
Mr. Yachafano.
Thank you, Council President. Actually, I have somewhat of a legal report to give you tonight. The first is, we just got back the decision on two complaints that were filed by Tucker Kelly with the GRC, in each case alleging, in one respect or another, that our clerk at the time, Chrissy Clipperton, had violated Oprah in not providing him in a timely fashion or in an appropriate fashion with records that he requested. One of these complaints was filed in 2021, the other was filed in 2022. We received both decisions together last week. In each case, the township prevailed and Mr. Kelly's complaints were rejected. We also had a matter that was handled by our Labor Council, Tom Ryan, which was an appeal to the Civil Service Commission by an individual who alleged that he was passed over on the hiring list for a job on the Rockaway Township Police Department. Mr. Ryan and his office did an excellent job, and that complaint was recently rejected last week by Civil Service. That's it. More when we go to closed session.
Mr. Mayor.
So we'll start with some trivia. We got our numbers back from the county and budget and all that. So what percentage of the overall, somebody's overall tax bill in Rockaway Township is made up of the municipal tax? Anybody want to guess? 27? 28? Try $22.95%. So, as we continue to be fiscally responsible in town hall, it's definitely having an impact on the budget and what we submit and what you all have approved as a council the past several years. I wanted to, a couple things before I go over other things. So the veteran flag flyer will be posted hopefully tomorrow. We had some things going on at town hall that it got delayed. I have brought some copies already to the VFW. I did also want to mention, we got a nice email from Kathy Vonk. You all know her. She used to work here. She lived, for those of you who don't know, there was a fire on Kathy Lane, or whatever it is. That totally burned down a house. She lives across the street from it, so she had some very nice words to say about the fire department and how they handled the situation and all those things. So it was nice just hearing from her. Tri-County Fair was in June. I know for a couple of nights, traffic was terrible. I believe they had 30,000 people go to the fair, which I'm sure a percentage of them went to Hibernia Diner and frequented other, maybe went to the mall and things like that. So I think it brought in some business in the Rockaway Township. We had the planning board meeting on the 17th. There wasn't a lot to go over. And the 18th, we had the Copeland graduation. I'd say it was only about 170 degrees in the gym. Mr. Sackett, are you about right with that? Or Miss Brooks, right? We had paper towels wiping ourselves. So but it was really nice. The administration, Mr. Bears did a great job. The principal did a great job. On the 20th, the Women's Club of Denville and Rockaway had a fundraising dinner at Panera Bread, and we went to that. Suzanne and I went to that. It was really nice. There was a whole table full of them, members eating there. And then we had a Substance Alliance Abuse meeting at Copeland. There's some good things going on there. We're getting ready to do a bingo event, and I just posted a flyer yesterday. There's going to be a fundraiser to do a workout at Orange Theory. Are you allowed to do that, Rachel? Is that like competition or? Okay.
We don't have to go to that, right?
And on a more somber note, on the 22nd, the Legion had a memorial for Gloria Peckfelder, who passed away. And I think everybody probably knows her and her husband Rich were a big part of our community, a big part of Legion. So she was a big loss. And sorry for her family. On the 4th was the Green Pond Parade, which was a hoot as always. And the 7th, Sunday, and I didn't make it. I'm assuming they moved to the Macy's. Dave was the first gazebo. Did they move it to?
It was in the mall.
Yeah, the first concert of the summer. So just a reminder, every Sunday in the summer we have a concert at the gazebo. Was it 3 to 5?
Yes.
Yeah. So. If you can make it, they're a lot of fun. They usually have good bands, good groups playing. So, I think that's all I have.
Ms. Palmieri?
I don't have a report, but I do want to thank the mayor and the council for the 2 appointments tonight, and hopefully we have a nice, easy transition. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's not every day you turn 40. That's Ms. Ferrante?
I do not have a report.
Mr. Tabbitt?
No report, Council President.
Cap?
He's got it.
Yes, I do have a report, thank you. First of all, I'd like to address, I like to mention every time I hear the men and women I serve with in the Rockaway Township Police Department, and I appreciate being able to serve with them. As Councilwoman Brooks just mentioned, the safety at Mount Hope Pond and the officer who was able to go in and save that individual. He just happens to be standing here this evening, Officer Jeffrey Ateatua. So I'd like to say thank you. We appreciate it. All right, and that just demonstrates again the commitment that we have with the officers, and he did an excellent job, and he did it without even thinking about himself, self-sacrifice. So I appreciate that. In reference to a comment that was made by Councilman Sackett and helmet safety, we just happened to have today of all days, Officer Kuiper, one of our new officers, was able to go over to the Safety Town program and did bicycle safety today. So, and again, he was excited. It's the first time he got to do that, and he really did a great job. I would like to encourage all residents to continue to please, if you have not, sign up for Smart 911. I'd also like to announce our 4 new officers were able to start the academy, so they had their first orientation day, so their journey has begun, that new experience, and again, day 1 is a very difficult day for that experience. They're now back here for post-training for 4 days, and will continue the academy starting on Monday. I'd like to make a reminder as far as White Meadow Lake Festival Days, the 18th through the 21st, because of the increased motor vehicle and pedestrian traffic. On the Sunday, the 21st, with an 8 a.m. start, we have the 5K run that goes all the way around the lake. So just a reminder, please, everybody drive safely, as well as the 11:30 parade. National Night Out, I'd like to thank a lot of our team members. They're really doing an excellent job to help us prepare for National Night Out, August 6th, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And also the team of volunteers that will be there helping out during that event. As far as the police department is concerned, and the fact that we are now in July and 6 months has passed, I'd like to give kind of a snapshot in reference to the activity of the police department. Year-to-date, arrests have totaled, the arrests that were made by officers total 126 charges with those arrests. They might be anywhere from a simple assault, aggravated assault, fraud, or any other type of charge that would go along with an arrest. Last month to date, from your last meeting to date, we've had 6 shoplifting arrests, 2 warrant arrests, 4 DUIs, and 4 domestics, and also a weapons charge. As far as stats for motor vehicle checks from May to July, we've had 353, which resulted in 228 motor vehicle summonses and 34 warnings. The year-to-date summonses are 727, with 667 being summonses issued and 60 warnings. A 12-month snapshot is 1,223 summonses, with 1,115 being summonses, 108 being warnings. Year-to-date, we've also had 255 motor vehicle accidents that we've responded to. The traffic division also being part of that, and the trailers, and we've spoken before about the trailers and the fact that we use them to help do a couple of things. We've addressed concerns for a lot of the citizens in reference to speeding or the perception of dangers in certain areas. So they've put those out. We've done 11 speed vehicle count studies conducted: Algonquin, Fleetwood, Conger, Struble, Johnson, Mirror Lake, White Meadow Road, Lake End Road, Slope Drive, Reservoir Road, and Jackson Avenue. And we'll continue to do that as requests come in for concerns. The other thing, we obviously use them for informational purposes. Those would be things like the Tri-County Fair, Rotary runs, Memorial Day parades, Lead Day. You'll see them for all informational purposes throughout the towns when they're not being tasked for motor vehicle accidents or any other type of informational or accounting services. So again, that's just kind of a brief overview of all the activity that occurs kind of behind the scenes and in between other things that the officers are doing. And obviously, as police work gets more and more complicated, as they try to navigate through that, a lot of those details actually come with hours and hours behind the scenes that the officers actually have to do a lot of work in order to achieve those arrests and those type of behind-the-scenes reports and all of the paperwork that's required. But again, I appreciate them. They're doing an excellent job, and that's just to give you kind of an overview of the last 6 months of our activity.
Mr. Knopf, see if you can follow that.
After the barrage of storms, the Department of Public Works has cleaned up all of the storm debris, any kind of washout, any sweeping has been completed. We're continuing with drainage pipeline on Charlesburg Road to alleviate an ice condition on the roadway, just waiting to get on the list for milling and paving. We spoke to the contractor for microsurfacing, again, waiting to get on a list for that, and I will let everyone know once that starts. I will let Brian Schatzel, our new ordinance superintendent, let him talk about what happened today at the well field.
So, today we had some great progress on our new well end. We did the first startup. Everything's coming out pretty good. The next step is we got training for our guys on Thursday to go over how it operates. And shortly after that, we're looking to get it piped into the system, and hopefully within 2 to 3 months with DEP approval, we'll be online. So everything is moving forward with that. Any questions you ever have for me, you can go through Al, let me know. I'm always here, willing to answer anything. Even in the middle of the night, I'll be available, so. I thank you guys for the opportunity to work here. I'm looking forward to a lot of challenges and making the water system hopefully a lot better for everyone in the future.
Okay, and welcome to the team.
Thank you.
Mr. Dyer?
Thank you. Just real quick, I just wanted to add, I know it's been spoken about Mount Hope Pond. I'd be happy to sit on that ordinance committee to discuss it. I think everyone just needs to know that it's a unique piece of water where you have people swimming, and a quarter of it, and then 3/4 of it, people are kayaking. So where does it become the lifeguard's responsibility to deal with someone they see out there struggling, or do they focus on the folks that are swimming? So I think it's really important to look at Mount Hope Pond as a separate body of water, and it definitely needs to be addressed. I'd be happy to sit in with the ordinance committee and put it on paper, put up signs, and enforce it. So, thank you.
Mr. Heinzelman? Mr. Coward?
No report.
Okay, with that, we are going to go into a closed session. Should we be in there longer than 30 minutes, we will come out. I am expecting action to be taken as a result of that meeting afterwards. I have a copy of the ordinance that I'll give to you, Ms. Crusoe. Resolution R-24-134, resolution authorizing an executive closed session in accordance with the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Act to discuss personnel matters, litigation, and contract bidding matters. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich?
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg?
Yes.
Council President Morrison?
Yes, it's 9 yeses, and we will see you shortly. closed session.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich?
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg?
Yes.
Council President Morrison?
Yes, that's 9 yeses. I'm introducing Resolution R-24-135, resolution approving an agreement between Chief of Police Martin McFarland and the Township of Rockaway. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Freelander?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Councilman Wojtovich?
Yes.
Council Vice President Salberg?
Yes.
Council President Morrison?
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Make a motion to adjourn by consensus.
Yes.
See you at the next meeting. Thanks, everybody.